we're starting a brand new series, and it's NBA 2K22. We're gonna go through the story, just basically ball them out as much as we can. I got drafted to the Indiana Pacers. I don't know what string I am, but yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding them out until hopefully we win the championship. And my goal is to be like on the Rockets, because that's my favorite team of all time, Houston Rockets. But for right now, let's ball out with the Pacers and
Before we get...
Hey, Brian.
Oh, yeah, he's had some good ones, Allie. Thanks. And now Indiana's starting group. We've got T.J. Warren. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Miles Turner. Another night that sticks out in your mind?
Well, for me, rookie year, opening night is always special. Came out the gates 25, 10, and 5. Of course, 2004 was special, too, after not playing the entire previous year.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The Pacers out in front. They lead by... And one of the most versatile offensive players in the league, Gordon Hayward.
I really like the step-back move.
Grant, that step-back jumper, one of the most important shots today.
It really is. And for players like Gordon that are a live threat off the dribble, it's even more effective.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, got stats for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Also, as soon as we got underway tonight, they began pounding the offensive glass for those putbacks.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. MP is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then it's Jackson. And it's Smith in at the 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets finishing with their best record in the last 5 seasons. With the addition of LaMelo Ball, this team finally has some talent to build around, playing a switching defense and going zone the most in the NBA. Guys?
Oh, fun to watch. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Pass to Washington. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Plumlee passes to Oubre. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Jackson. Offensive rebound. To the inside. Martin. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Both shots good from the stripe. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. McConnell passes to MP. For 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now. Charlotte trailing. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Outside Oubre for 3. Again, the miss by the Hornets. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. MP against Plumlee. And here's MP from outside. Hits the trifecta. MP's got 6 points in the quarter. Looking here now at MP. He spent only a year in college, but has a lot of upside to his game.
NBA, watching him in college, MP is ready for the NBA. Might take an adjustment period, but the talent is definitely there.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. And they get it back. Outside Hield. Pass to MP. Let's go with a 3. The shot, no good. And Charlotte going the other way now. They'll take on the Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse after this one. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Plumlee with it. And it's McConnell picking him up with a 9-footer. Plumlee, no good. Indiana leading. Hield from outside. Hornets with the rebound. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, P.J. Washington is very impressive. This young man hit the ground running when he stepped into the league back in 19. His debut performance, about 27 points and an NBA record for made three-pointers in a debut.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Well, when you talk about P.J. Washington getting off to a strong start, you also have to look at his defensive performance.
I agree.
We're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Pacers. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you later.
Hey there, John Luck. You really looked at home tonight in your first NBA game. Were you surprised at how quickly you settled in?
Nice to meet you, John. Look, not at all. I'm fully expected to come in here and perform regardless of what the haters have been saying about me since I got drafted. You know, there's a reason that I'm here. I know I got the skills to succeed, and as long as I get a fair shot, I'm confident this success will continue.
So what are your expectations for your first season?
I'm not putting a ceiling on my game, but hey, I expect to ball out. That's why they drafted me. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but then again, tonight it didn't look so hard either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you certainly didn't look out of your depth. Great game, man.
Thank you.
Okay, listen, so the reason I asked you to stop by
today,
mad. I need you to watch this video.
Am I in trouble?
It's complicated.
How complicated?
Damn.
Everything's under control, but I want you to watch this, and then we'll talk about it.
I have one issue that I need to address like the numbers on the house, and that issue is MP. Let's talk about MP. I'm hearing his coach isn't a fan, thinks he's more into fame than actually hooping. And I gotta say, I agree wholeheartedly. You ever hear of an NBA player with a YouTube channel? Michael Jordan didn't have no YouTube channel. LeBron James don't have no YouTube channel. Let's get serious here, people. I'll be shocked if MP starts a game this year. This coach isn't starstruck. He's going to make MP earn every single minute, as it should be. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. All eyes are on MP now. Is he going to fold under the pressure? If I'm Harvey Lesser, the GM who overruled his coach, I'm up at night sweating all over this. Good luck, Mr. Lesser. You and MP are going to need it.
He a hater.
This airs tonight. I've got a friend at Top Takes Daily sent it over as a favor.
So you telling me Coach don't want me here?
You weren't his first choice, but that's not necessarily a big deal.
Oh, and you're sure about that?
Front offices have varying opinions on prospects all the time. What's important is how you react to it.
Okay, so how do you want me to react, Kristen?
Well, that all depends on what you want and what you're willing to do to get it.
Just saying.
What do you mean?
So you can either wait and see or speed the process up. But everything has drawbacks and benefits. It's not a simple calculation.
Okay, so what if we try to speed all of this up? What does that look like?
go over coach's head and speak to the GM directly.
But doesn't Harvey know everything that's going on behind the scenes?
He lets his coaches coach.
That sounds like a dead end to me.
No, but it does come with risks. Sure, coach isn't going to like it, but he reports to the GM. So if you can present a solid argument to bump your minutes, it might be able to move the needle.
Okay, so what about my brand positioning? What's the hit for a guy who complains about PT this early?
Yeah, short term, it'll shape the conversation around you, no question. Some people love a player who speaks up for what he knows is right, and others want you to stay in your lane, listen to coach, not question the organization. There's no right answer. It's up to you how you want to be perceived. So how do you want to play it?
You don't have a preference?
I'm here to provide you the menu, the pros and cons. In the end, it's up to you because you have to own it and live with the consequences.
Okay, word.
But I need to have an answer before you leave this room because if we're going to shape the narrative, we need to get out ahead of this now.
Dead honest?
Let's go, GM.
Just don't sit right with me not getting my shot because of some office politics.
All right, then we'll set up the meeting with Harvey. You tell your side of the story, and we take it from there.
Okay, now you be honest. Do you think that's the right move?
It's one of several right moves. You'll know in your gut if it's the right move for you.
This is the move.
I'll set up a meeting.
Let's do it.
Okay, for real, thank you so much for helping me work through this. I really appreciate it, Kristen.
Hey, man, that's what I'm here for. If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
I'll see you soon.
All right.
Take care, Kristen.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
That's good. You know what? No, let's go to progression. Let's see, right now I'm at 69.
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, man. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Next time, man. Next time.
But it's getting us closer to our edge. So I think we'll be able to do it again.
Everyone, listen up. That was a great team effort last night. Keep that energy up, and we can do great things. Let's get to work. We're getting very little production out of these fast break opportunities. So, we're gonna work on that. Let's get on the baseline and work on filling the lanes better and getting the ball to the middle of the floor.
Get started, man. Let's get it started. Let's do it. Don't let him shoot. Keep on it.
I pushed
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do. See, you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Now we're rolling.
See you later.
Sniper on first.
Cade, what do you think about NBA 2K23 so far?
I like it. I like the animations.
What are the biggest differences?
And yeah, I like the graphics too. I feel like the faces look a little more clear, look more realistic, so.
And it's a serious look this Indiana team had as they arrived at the arena. And before...
Thank you, Kevin. Therese.
Well, D.A., clearly he wants to make his mark. Thanks for that report. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got Taylor. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Brogdon. Then there's Warren. Substitution. Two offensive teams going head-to-head.
And the rules today favor offense, and that's why league-wide scoring continues to rise.
So it's the Pacers now. It's a 5-point game. Rubio with it. MP left side. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. With 1 on the clock. No good on that one. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pacers lead by 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we... Well, some great players at the small forward position. But T.J. Warren...
I'm looking forward to it. Like I say...
Well, we know Greg had a breakthrough for his 6th season, but Warren missed almost all of year 7 to injury.
Yeah, and he's confident he can come back strong. Remember, this is a guy who scored 53 points in a game, so his talent level obvious.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
They've got Bryant. Kispert is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kristaps Porzingis is returning to form after his knee surgery. He says making sure it's strong and stable is nonstop work. I'm feeling better, and I have confidence that I can go out there and play freely. His offense has been great. It's the defensive end he's still getting right. Guys?
Well, we know he can be a presence, D.A., and I think eventually he's going to be what he wants to be. Thank you. That's in, and the Pacer lead has got back down to 5 points in the make from Kispert.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. MP, no good. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. When talking about Bradley Beal, Greg, we're not just talking about one of the league's elite shooters. We're talking about one of the league's elite scorers.
And if you don't hear Beal mentioned in the same breath as some other NBA superstars, you should. He's capable of putting up a 50-piece on any given night. This is no specialist. This is an absolute superstar.
And there's no real answer for Caldwell Pope in pick and roll sets. He can beat you with the shot outside or his quickness inside.
And here's MP for 3. Another miss by MP. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Indiana leading by 3. There's the lob to Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great
The close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards up. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly... So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the...
They're interested in building your brand. It's time to make decisions. Oh, you already know. Jordan. We're going to skip practice today.
But life is good. Life is good for sure.
Any critique of yourself in the video game? Anything we could do better?
I just wish my jumper was a little more consistent, but maybe I got to show something in the season. We'll see, though. But
as they came through the tunnel earlier, the Pacers were already in all business mode, ready to defend their home turf. Chase, before we get...
Thank you, Brian.
I don't doubt him, Allie. Thanks very much. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Lowry and Hero teaming up in the backcourt. Inside, it's Adebayo with Tucker playing the 4, and it's Butler.
In for the Heat. At the line, for the Pacers, Buddy Hield. One shot.
You know, when Buddy Hield came into the league, he joined a select list of current and former NBA players that hail from the Bahamas. It's not a long list, but it's longer than you might think.
And what's incredible is Buddy did a fantastic job for the relief effort in the Bahamas after the devastating hurricane in 2017. His work to raise funds and resources for the people who were affected was so important to that entire nation.
The toughness of Dedmon showing up again, making the extra effort play, finishes through contact.
Oladipo against MP, launches it. It's rebounded by Dedmon. It's 2-on-1. The pull-up jumper. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's the Heat up 5. And after not always meshing with his previous teams, Jimmy Butler sure seems happy.
I'm so fortunate to be able to...
Boy, I tell you, Brad, Butler's so driven.
I mean, uncompromising. He found a team that trusted him enough to make him the foundation.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Martin in at the 3.
Wow, the strength of Jimmy Butler fends off defenders well when he goes up to score.
On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Oladipo. And here's MP from outside. Drills it from deep. MP's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Well, the rumors were flying early on, Grant. Seems that this franchise has different views of how MP should be used.
Well, B.A., the source of the conflict comes from the front office and coaching staff. With all that going on, you wonder just how much it's impacting MP's playing time.
From behind the arc. And it's Miami with a rebound. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season.
Winning the season series last year in a battle of middle-of-the-pack teams.
Well, you hear about the importance of confidence. You think that was something you always had as a player, Grant, or did you have to build that up?
Well, I mean, success ultimately does breed confidence. And I had success, fortunately, at a young age. So you have to understand you have to always attack and you always have to believe in yourself no matter what the situation.
McConnell, he's checked in for Rubio. MP's shot is good.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Miami has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Lowry, the pass to Oladipo. Butler with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. And he can't get that one. So Indiana will take it the other way. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Heat culture is all about work, and this roster is littered with overachievers. Jimmy Butler said, quote, the Miami Heat look for those diamonds in the rough. Players that are hungry, players that have some dog in them, that play for one another. These guys do what it takes to be in the league for a while, Brian.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of... And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon...
Substitution on the court. At the line, for the Pacers, Miles Turner. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Turner.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
And here are the Heat now. They trail by 9. And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist from Lowry.
Defense, what defense? Jimmy Butler was determined to knock that one down.
And that's an intentional foul.
Kyle Lowry. That's his 4th personal foul. Team is in the...
And that hurts as he doesn't...
Serious?
And so it's Indiana winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and...
Mr. Lesser.
MP, come on in. Take a seat.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing me.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, good. So your agents are telling me that you're having some issues with Coach.
It's just the one.
You're going to have to be a little more specific.
Okay, yeah. You've seen the reports. It's about you and him debating on whether or not y'all was going to draft me.
Talking about the Perkins thing?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
There's no truth to it.
That's not what I'm hearing, though. And look, it's not like I'm even in the starting lineup, so what am I supposed to think?
You think you need to be in the starting lineup, is that it?
Coach is not giving me a fair shake, okay? His perception of me because I have a YouTube channel is crazy. I'm putting in all this hard work and it's getting overlooked because I know how to market myself? Come on.
I am not in the habit of telling my coaches what to do, especially when it comes to lineup decisions.
And I hear that. I respect that, but I wouldn't ask you to intervene if I wasn't concerned. Could you just talk to him?
It's early.
He's not changing his mind.
It's early. All right, you know what? I will talk to Coach.
Thank you.
But first, we got to get a couple things straight. First things first, this is going to rub Coach the wrong way, and that is putting it lightly.
Look, if I felt like I was speaking out of turn, I'd be worried. Coach is wrong on this one.
If he decides to put you in the starting lineup, and it is his decision, MP.
Yeah.
Then you need to perform. You raise a stink like this, and you go out there and you lay an egg, consequences will follow.
Look, that's fair. I can accept that.
All right. I need you to squash this with the press.
Absolutely, man. Look, I was planning on doing that anyway.
Not one negative comment. No hemming and hawing. No comments. You understand?
100%. I got you.
All right. I'll talk to Coach.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lesser. I appreciate it.
Don't make me regret it.
No regrets, sir.
Do your job. Do your job, sir.
Either way you look me in my
the tallest building in the state of Indiana. And with...
Thank you, Kevin.
Well said, David. Wonderful story. Thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Longtime teammates Middleton and Giannis, the forwards. And for those... How long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And the rejection by Jackson. MP deciding where to go with it. Launches a three, and the Pacers another three.
And the lead's been shaved down with this last run, and now they're in a position maybe to tie it up.
MP against Carter. Launches it. It doesn't go for him. Brook Lopez has been leading the charge tonight for the Bucks. And it was from three-point range where he did the... And now we hear from Giannis, spelling out his key to...
Yes, I'm going to tell you the secret.
Good way to do it. Tuning out distractions. That makes sense.
And it can be harder than ever nowadays. Engaging with fans and the media can be a positive, but you got to focus on what matters most.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And we'll get a
Sorry about that.
Look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Coaches always talk to defenders about good active hands. They've had that as well.
Jackson is out there with Smith. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's MP in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, with the addition of Jrue Holiday, this Bucks team has gotten even better. Giannis Antetokounmpo said, "We've got a lot of talent and great players. I really believe in this group. As long as we stay healthy, we'll find a way to compete every night and give ourselves a chance." Guys?
David, they're stacked, that's for sure. Thanks. Bucks leading by 5.
Been interesting to watch the evolution of Serge Ibaka, just improving that shooting and that confidence to be a perimeter threat.
Hill looking around. Shot clock at 5. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. They get it back. Ibaka, no luck. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. And here's MP for 3. Tips it. And the second chance up by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Timeout called the Bucks. And with Ibaka, he doesn't shoot a lot anymore, but he's still very efficient. So it's Milwaukee going into the booth.
Get on your feet. You know it's teacher time.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Some changes here for the Pacers. Hields checked in for Smith. MP comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And then for Milwaukee, Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
The 3 from MP. That one doesn't drop. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's see what he had to say.
Guys, we're going to struggle guard moves.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got George Hill, also Carter out there, Matthews out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Nwora in at the 4. Hill, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And that one's good by Stevenson.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Hill passes to Antetokounmpo. It's back to Hill. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question, and I think there's a combination of competence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. It's one way that you will lose a locker room.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Antetokounmpo finds Carter. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Carter's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Warren the pass to McConnell. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And here is MP. It's up a 3. And again, it's the Pacers. And MP, a player who gained fame early in his life, Greg, was a bit of a social media star, though, during high school. I remember watching his stuff.
MP has been posting clips of him playing since his high school days. He has a huge social media presence because of it. But some front offices question if it impacts his dedication to the game.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. I love it.
Substitution on the court.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Giannis.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Now Carter. Now the pass to Allen. Pass to Nora. Shot clock at 6. He takes it in. Misses from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
MP outside. Three-pointer. The rebound by Ibaka. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the foul called on MP.
Number 41.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We're going line to shoot 2.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McConnell kicks to MP. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Carter, the pass to Ibaka. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and
Eras, you know you're my favorite.
Either way you wander.
We welcome you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. This is Brian Anderson alongside Doris Burke and Grant Hill. We'll check in with Allie LaForce in a moment. But first, our special guest this evening, former Feet and now the Indiana Pacers starter. We've got TJ Warren. Halliburton is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Miles Turner. And for the Raptors,
substitution for the Pacers.
Here's Rubio. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. MP outside. There's the triple. Clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
So far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Here's Van Vliet. Can't get it to drop. Rubio with some nice D. Indiana trailing here. From deep, MP. And Young pulls it down. Barnes against Hield. Here's Barnes. Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so, lots of score. Well, good to great. A catchphrase of unselfish play.
We want more. We don't...
Well, Grant, it's great to have veteran leaders like Rubio.
It really is. And continuing to search for that next level as a team. That growth mind state can only help.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Barnes is out there with Thaddeus Young. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Van Vliet on the wing. Pass to Mikhailuk. Fires for 3. Can't get it to go. Only 3 for 8. Indiana leading. Well, Candace, this is now the second consecutive season that has not been a traditional offseason. Not quite as short of a recovery time as from the bubble, but still 3 months from the end to the beginning of the next season. That's not a lot of time to get it going again.
It's not a lot of time, but you have guys that will learn from past years. You know, basketball now is a year-round sport. You're going to have to continue to take care of your body. That's your investment. That's the way that you get out there and play. So I think you're going to see more guys not necessarily taking complete time off, but still getting in the weight room and working on their bodies.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Van Vliet. Here's Achiuwa. Pass to Mikhailuk. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Smith's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's MP. Takes the 3. Barnes with the rebound. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. And the Raptors franchise had a great run for a few years, Candace. 7 straight playoff appearances, 1 NBA title from 2014 through 2020.
And it's that guy, Kyle Lowry. I'll tell you that. Took a lot of hits early on. Could he be a champion? Could he be a point guard on a championship team? And boy, did he shut everyone up by just doing that. And they won the championship.
Lead the North. Time called here. The Raptors decide. First half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fair. Changes here for the Raptors. Birch, he's checked in for Barnes. Achiuwa comes in for Anunoby. And it's Young in for Trent.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pacers.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the 2 benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was from Miles Turner.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. TJ McConnell is out there with MP. Then it's Jackson, and it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate 3-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
On the wing, MP. Guarded by Young. And here's MP from outside. Rebounded by Birch. Van Vliet outside. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant.
Now I'm hearing MP went to his GM, Harvey Lesser, to complain about a lack of playing time. I blame you, Mr. Lesser. Can you believe that? A rookie, this early in the season, going to a GM to talk about playing time? This gotta be a joke, plain and simple. Back in my day, which was not too long ago, thank you very much, you had a problem with your coach, you went to him and you talked about it man to man. But that's this new generation, soft as tissue paper. They think everything should be handed to them because they're famous. It's not the way it goes. Well, I got news for you, MP. It doesn't work that way in the NBA. You got to earn it the old-fashioned way. No amount of crying to a GM is going to fix that. If you're crying, what the baby's going to do?
Who is he? Like, why does it matter what he says?
I understand that, Toby, but I think we both know that the coverage of this was woefully inadequate. Good to meet you, MP. My name is Catherine Hanover. I'm handling PR.
Okay.
No, I don't need excuses. What I need is for you to keep your promises and to do your job.
You know, I can just come back another time.
This will just take a second. Talk is cheap, Toby. I want results, or I will end your career. Do you hear me? Yes, I can wait. The hack editor for my kid's middle school newspaper put coverage of my daughter's science fair victory on page 3, below the fold. Page 3. Wow. Anyway. What the fuck? Mr. Lesser wanted me to meet with you. I'm sure you saw Kendrick Perkins had some words about your little talk with Harvey.
Yeah, look, I don't pay attention to none of that.
Well, I do. And we need to get on top of this. I'm setting up an interview with John Luck. Okay. You're going to tell him everything's fine, you respect your coach's decisions. Uh-huh. Yeah. I know you can do better than that. Don't make me go to your mother on this, Toby. Any questions?
So many, actually, but I only got one about this interview. You want me to lie?
I want you to tell the truth. And for that truth to be that you didn't try to go behind your coach's back.
Actually, I kind of did.
You're being a real Toby right now, MP. You don't want to get on my bad side.
I can see that. Okay.
I am going to get a full front page spread for Kimmy's Potato Clock. You mark my words. I'll send you the details for the interview. You should go before this gets ugly.
I'm so tired of bossing me around like I'm a child.
Shit on God. Alright, man, that's gonna do it for the stream. Sorry, my bad. That's gonna do it for the stream. Yeah, have a good day. It's been Max.